The observers at camp keep saying the defense has looked way better than the offense. Not sure that's a shock considering where these two groups were at the end of last year, Jacob, but is the defense looking elite because the offense looks terrible? How concerned should we be about this offense?
I think the offense has had some pretty good days. It's been very inconsistent though. They've had some really good days. They've had some poor days. I think the difference between the offense and the defense is there's been days where the offense has won. I think maybe the defense has won one or two more days, but it's not like it's been super dominant in that sense. I think the difference is when the defense wins, it looks really good. Like the defense has a dominant win where the offense is kind of okay, the defense won some, but maybe the offense just won more this day. Going back to Saturday, which was, the last day in Houston until the joint practice later on, I thought the offense won the day. It was close, but I think the offense had, some really good success later on in that practice. They finished off with 8 points in the red zone. So I think they've had the offense has had some good days. They just really have to put it together. They haven't had one day yet where it's just dominant. Like they're hitting them with big plays. They're doing this consistently. Where the defense has had days like that. This today was probably the biggest example of that, where the defense just dominated the offense. But the offense just hasn't had a day like that, and I think it's hard to expect that because I think the defense is just good on pretty much every single level. There's not like a day where, okay, maybe the secondary for the defense doesn't have a great day, but then the pass rush can go get after Stroud. So I think I think there's been good moments for the offense, and I think it's been better than it was last camp because I remember going to last camp and being very concerned about the offense just not being able to really do anything. Which today was kind of the first day all camp where the offense has just looked brutal, according to reports. So I think the offense has things going for them. I just think the defense is better. But I'm not overly concerned about the offense. I think the offensive line's done a pretty decent job, all things considered. I think a lot of the offensive struggles is just guys not really getting open. And Nico hasn't been super involved in camp, which was something that I noticed. They've had a lot of rotation on offense. Like they've played, 6 or 7 receivers with the first team, which, you're going to get certain matchups like Justin Watson on Derek Stingley, which we've noticed a couple of times. And that's not going to go well for the offense a lot of the time. So it's kind of tough to really put a huge judgment into that until you see them in game.